It took nearly 30 years, but today the family of Mary Catherine Edwards faced her accused killer. Testimony started today in the capital murder trial of Clayton Foreman. Prosecutors say he sexually assaulted and killed the 5th grade teacher in her West End townhouse back in 1995. Good evening, I'm Gloria Walker. Prosecutors used genetic genealogy to link Foreman to the killing. If convicted, he's facing life in prison. Today, for the first time, the victim's sister took the stand. And 12 News anchor Jordan Williams has been in court for all of the testimony. He's live tonight from downtown. Jordan.
Hey, Gloria, good evening. As you said, we heard from Mary Catherine Edwards' twin sister, both of them teachers. She told the jury that for years their students couldn't even tell them apart. Now, it was a jam-packed first day. We'll walk you through what happened, starting with opening statements around 9:30 this morning. Prosecutors telling the jury that they're going to hear from dozens of witnesses, including the doctor who performed the autopsy 29 years ago. They plan to highlight the genetic genealogy and the DNA that cracked this cold case. Prosecutors offered no motive for the murder, but shared that Mary Catherine was found bruised and handcuffed, slumped over the side of the bathtub at her townhome. The autopsy confirmed that she died from drowning and asphyxiation. Her dad, the one who found her, saying it appeared that she had been tortured. Today, the defense offered no opening statement, so prosecutors started with witnesses. First up, a Beaumont police dispatcher. Jurors and family members and friends closed their eyes as the 911 calls from that day were played. They're as painful as you would expect. Hearing from Mary Catherine's mom and her sister, Allison Burkado Edwards. Now, Allison was the third prosecution witness, the twin sister. She described her relationship with her sister as inseparable through school, onto Lamar, and then both with their careers as teachers. They even lived together at that townhouse for a while until Allison got married. She told the jury that she talked to her sister all the time. They had spoken the night before the murder. The following day was a Saturday, a time when she and her family would normally have lunch, but no one could get a hold of Mary Catherine. So her parents went to the townhouse and made the discovery.
I called, and my dad answered the phone, and he was frantic. And he said, your sister's dead, your sister's dead. I'm sorry. So I said, do you want me to call 911? And he said, yes. So I called 911. And then I hung up from him, not knowing what was going on. And finally, I called my brother, and he lived around the corner. So he came over, and we were just hysterical and crying.
Jurors cried as Allison Burkado shared that account. It was the first time that she has talked publicly about that pain that she felt 29 years ago. Jurors also heard testimony today from a couple of the neighbors. Both of them talked about hearing a series of loud noises in the middle of the night, what sounded like somebody kicking the wall. Those neighbors went back to bed and didn't call police. In fact, they never knew anything was wrong until mid-afternoon the next day when they saw all the police officers outside the townhouse. We should tell you, testimony is still going on right now. There is a police ID tech sharing some of the crime scene video with jurors. Now, this case could go on for another week or more. A total of 70 prosecution witnesses that'll be taking the stand. At 6 o'clock tonight, we're going to share some of the 911 calls from that day back in January of 1995. For now, we are live at the Jefferson County Courthouse. Jordan Williams, 12 News at 5.
Thanks, Jordan. Prosecutors are not seeking the death penalty. 12 News anchor Jordan has been in the courtroom, like we've said, following this case closely. He'll share more coming up at 6.